So originally, I was gonna, you know what? I don't know. I wanted to make an English joke in there somewhere, but the fact of the matter is, it'd be pretty awkward to be in this chat if you didn't speak English. But with that being said, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Couldn't stream yesterday because, well, a lot went down yesterday, guys. I had to drive out of town to renew my ID. For whatever reason, my landlord wanted a new washing machine. They spent all day installing it, but then the contractor, for whatever reason, he said, oh, I can't be back until like 3 o'clock, and then he never came back. He didn't come back until this morning, so... Oh my goodness, man. Yesterday was... How do I put this nicely? Yesterday was a hoot and a half. A hoot and a half. I like that better in a British accent for some reason. A hoot and a half. Is that even British? I'm not sure what kind of dialect that is, but... Point is, guys, we're back. Happy Sunday. It's April 20th. It's nothing too special. No, wait, April 19th. Not even the 20th yet. It has been almost officially, you know what? If nothing else, it has been almost officially half a year since I moved out, since I switched places, and, well, my life has definitely taken a very different trajectory, and I mean that in the best of ways. But enough about me, guys. Hello, Swamp. Hello, Erica. Hello, Tails. Hello. Am I missing anyone who's actually talking in chat? Hello, Nick. I believe that's... you know what? I'm not going to fixate on the numbers, to say the least. As long as people are talking and I could talk back, that's more or less the gist of it. But with that being said, though, guys, there is just one thing I want to look into today, to say the least. Just one. Just one. After that, well... I'm not sure what to do. Hoot and a holler, is that really how it goes? Hoot and a holler. You know what? I gotta look this up. Hold on. Hold the frick up. Hold on. I actually want to look into it. Not to stall out time or anything. I'm just really that curious. Where's my Chrome tab? Any day now, Chrome. Any day now. Let's see. An informal, idiomatic expression describing something or an event that is exceptionally funny, enjoyable, entertaining, or amusing. Okay, I was being sarcastic when I said it, so that's definitely not what I meant. Do we know where it originated from? You know what? Here we go. Here you go. It derives from the 1960s show Hootenanny. Hootenanny? I'm guessing it's either American. Okay, yeah, it is American. Huh. I guess it's not British, to say the least. But with that being said, though, guys, do I have to tab up already? I do. Like I said, was it last week or was it the week before that? Like, I don't know, guys. Like, I've got a lot going on in my mind, especially with my work shifts and whatnot, in terms of reactions and whatnot. I said last week I wanted to look into, I don't know what to call this guy. Once again, he's got like 3 different names and they're all a mouthful, but the point is, I want to look into his review of Cupid's Tarot, because I want to believe I'm not the only person who thinks that this episode was awful, in a lot of ways. I really can't think of any redeeming qualities. The follow-up, it was a tiny bit better, but not by much. But the fact of the matter is, if this is how they wrote Lori and Bobby's breakup, and I hated it. I just hated it, guys, and I'd like to, not to seem too insecure, but I'd like to be validated in some way in that regard. So, Steam team? Yeah, Steam, I don't know. Let's just roll with whatever. So, let's get into it, shall we? And skip the lengthy intro.
This is Steam Team Read Up UK, CC Trainer Ling, and I'm back to bring you...
See, like I said, two different usernames with like 4 syllables, man. How do you expect me to work with that? You gotta learn to be concise. Or at the very least, that's what my very professional high school English teacher taught me.
Another episode review from Season 10 of The Loud House.
It's a little jarring, guys, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of... Like, the production scheduling with this show is just all over the place. Like, they've been airing Season 9 episodes in the US, and now suddenly it's a Season 10 episode. I think the next one is like Season 11? I don't know what's going on. Can we just stick to a script, please? Not to be too on the nose with the expression.
So let's get right into it. Today's...
Close, Swamp, but it could have been a lot worse. Come to think of it, why is Lincoln even in the thumbnail? He has nothing to do with the episode. Not the first time they've done it, but it still bothers me.
episode.
Also, what the heck is this? Why are Lenny and Miguel making that expression? I don't know. There's just so much to be picky about this episode, but even without the nitpicks, I still think it's a terrible episode. But anyways, let's see.
Is Cupid's Harrow. In this episode, Lenny inadvertently gives both Lori and Bobby faulty relationship advice that leads to them wanting to break up,
and for whatever reason, she did not recognize either of their voices in any capacity. Not the voice of her sister / best friend, or her sister's boyfriend, who she's known for how long at this point? Right off the bat, we already got problems.
Frantically tries to keep them together. Before I address the obvious elephant in the room, I first want to talk about the thing that sets the main conflict in motion. So Lenny and Miguel have a podcast called Cupid Cuties where...
Yeah, the girl with like 4 different boyfriends throughout the span of the show, and okay, guys, not to be too derisive about it, but the literal gay stereotype. Yeah, perfectly qualified romance experts. Why would they show any interest in hosting a romantic podcast of all things? I don't know, man.
Where people call in.
It also came out of nowhere, which is already questionable as is.
To discuss their relationship troubles, and then these two offer advice on how to move forward. Apparently, it's really successful, but
I don't believe that whatsoever, but go on.
I have some serious questions about...
Sometimes you just gotta suspend your disbelief, or however the saying goes.
One of the hosts. Miguel, I can sorta understand, even though we've seen nothing of his relationship.
We've seen nothing of it, so why would you humor it at all?
With Felix since season 6. But Lenny is...
Not to mention that, okay, you know what, we're not gonna fixate on that right now. Even though that episode does also have a handful of problems.
Whole different story. I can't be the only one who finds it ironic that the girl who's had 4 different love interests...
Okay, I was exaggerating when I said 4. That was literal? Off the top of my head, I'm only thinking Gavin and maybe the guy from the movie, but no. I was exaggerating.
Count Scott from the Netflix movie is the one offering relationship advice. Compared to her other 3 sisters who have had a single consistent love interest since the first 3.
Not very well written, but I guess in a roundabout way you could define it as consistent, but I don't want to split hairs right now.
Seasons. Lenny has to...
Wouldn't be the first time Nick does this, like how they spread the That? Really, Erica? I don't know. Maybe, okay, to be fair, season 9 of SpongeBob. Why did I pronounce it like that? Season 9 was around the time, I don't know. I was at that age where I did not concern myself with those kinds of technicalities, to say the least.
The least amount of stability when it comes to having a boyfriend. To be honest, she's the least qualified when it comes to maintaining a steady relationship.
Yeah, say it louder.
Yeah, maybe some of the boys she had a thing for were just minor crushes and never went anywhere beyond simple affection, but...
Probably because the writers just didn't give a crap. All the more reason I don't like L's for Love, guys.
But you know what I mean. I guess that's why the advice she gives to both Bobby and Lori comes off as more detrimental than helpful.
Yeah, and again, never mind the fact that she didn't recognize either of their voices.
It also doesn't help that she was unable to recognize their voices over the phone.
Like, it's so conflicting, guys. On one, like I've said at some point in my Discord chat, there's a right way and a wrong way to write a stupid character. Or something along those lines. This is the wrong way. Because at this point, I think Lenny would be a little more tactful about what the heck was happening in this episode.
Phone while Miguel immediately recognized who they were talking to.
Like, Miguel, has he ever even spoken to Lori and Bobby? Like, he recognizes them, but she doesn't?
Despite in charades in an effort to tell Lenny who she was talking to, Lenny doesn't take the hint. She basically tells Bobby and Lori to do what's best for them individually and completely
Like, there are times where Lenny's airheadedness, for lack of a better term, is genuinely... It's funny, it's charming, or at the very least it checks out, and here none of that applies.
Regard the feelings of the girlfriend or boyfriend each caller considered breaking up with. Sounds like terrible relationship advice to me. Now do you see why I believe Lenny is the least qualified Lao sister to be giving out tips on how to maintain a healthy relationship?
On one hand, yes, but on the other, I just blame the terrible writing.
So after Miguel explains what Lenny had just done, she not only tries to prevent Lori from meeting up with Bobby, but she also travels to Great Lake City to convince Bobby not to end his relationship.
She drove 3 hours instead of just giving him a phone call? But wouldn't it be a little rational for Lenny to have Bobby's number? Just saying.
With his girlfriend.
And then there's the fact that she could have just said, I gave you that advice on the podcast. Don't do it. It was a bad idea. It doesn't apply to you. None of that applies. They just take all these zany measures, for lack of a better term, just to prevent a breakup.
And then Lenny
I'm telling you, man, this narrative is just so confusing, for lack of I don't know how better to describe it.
Has to do the same thing again by convincing Lori to not break up with Bobby, while Miguel stalls for time by taking Bobby to the mall. Lori called Bobby and asked if they could meet up in Royal Woods so they could have a serious talk, and oh boy, do things get serious later on.
Never mind the fact that, why did Lori and Bobby want to break up in the first place? Like later on, like I said in our Discord, it kind of checks out, but in the beginning, it's just, oh, hey, I moved back to Royal Woods and I have a different job now, so I'm good. How do we go from point A to point B, which is I want to break up with my boyfriend? I'm sorry, am I missing something?
But despite Lenny's...
And same goes for Bobby. Oh, hey, I'm moving to Mexico. My long-distance relationship is still going to be a long-distance relationship, so I'm going to end it. Like, what?
Seemingly convincing her sister to not break up with Bobby, she and Miguel find the two lovebirds not looking...
With the way she's written in this episode, Erica, probably.
...happy at all when they were having lunch at Jean Juan's. This would be a good segue into the biggest takeaway of the episode, which would be the ending of Lori and Bobby's relationship.
And the fact... Even if this was well written, guys, which it sure as heck isn't, there's a fact that how long does it take them in the timeline to get back together? Like 5 episodes, 1 season? Like I said, all the more reason the production scheduling being so cluttered is a problem. Ugh, why am I stuttering so much?
Having been together since the beginning of season 1, even before the start of the series if you count flashbacks, Lori x Bobby was...
Every time I hear the word flashback, guys, I just immediately think of that one moment from SpongeBob, of the narrator just saying, flashback. I just can't get it out of my head because I use it in my editing so often.
And still is the longest running relationship on the show. Despite their temporary breakup in Save the Date,
which was also problematic, but I have a lot of mixed feelings about this breakup in particular.
These two have survived
mostly negative, but still mixed.
Many different conflicts over the course of 10 seasons. From being in a long-distance relationship to pointing out each other's annoying habits.
Oh gosh, please do not remind me of Force of Habits.
The fighting over how to take care of a cat, and even Bobby going to Fairway to make sure Lori didn't leave him for another guy. These two have had the physical and emotional strength to overcome any obstacle that came their way. Knowing everything...
I think you're giving it a little too much credit, man.
They went through up to...
But some of them though, credit is definitely due.
At this point in the franchise, how much more proof of their unbreakable relationship did you need? Lori even caught the bouquet at her grandparents' wedding, for crying out loud.
Yeah, how long ago was that in canon? Like, you're so committed to him, you want to catch the bouquet at the wedding, which in superstition implies, hey, you're gonna get married someday. So, again, how do we go from point A to point B, which is a breakup? Or at least wanting to break up?
Unfortunately, fate had other plans.
Because even after the end of No Time to Spy, is this relationship ever addressed again in that kind of context?
And these two decided to end their relationship. As disappointing as it might be for some fans to see these two split up, it's important to understand.
I was disappointed, but I had very almost full confidence that they were going to get back together.
Understand why these two decided to go their separate ways. Both Bobby and Lori felt they needed to take some time off from each other to do a little self-discovery. First, Bobby said he got a job offer to run a mercado in Mexico and felt taking the job would be a good way to help him learn more about who he is. Honestly, this is a very in-character thing for Bobby to say.
Yes, I will agree with that. It's still the prospect of him wanting to break up with Lori in the process, though. That's what still baffles me.
Knowing his history of taking pride in running and prioritizing the Casa Grande's mercado,
and honestly, I'm not sure why he put so much stock in it. It's just the family business, man.
Taking his management skills to another country.
It's not like you're the manager of freaking Costco or some big chain of supermarkets, man. It's just a family business.
Doesn't sound too crazy. Then there's Lori, who also felt she needed to take a break from her relationship. She said she was going through a lot of changes with her new job and apartment, and she wanted to figure out what she really wanted to do in this new chapter of her life.
Sir, I thought it was after season 7, since it's technically season 7's finale because of, you know, the production slot. It actually takes up production slots,
life. Now, despite
unlike the movie, which is published by Netflix.
what Lenny was saying about Lori needing to learn more about herself before committing to someone else, Lori never
Yeah, Devin, you're not wrong. I think the only time they actually did it well was freaking Aang and Katara, and that was like what? When did Avatar end? That was in 2008. That was 18 years ago, guys. That storyline is legally old enough to vote in the United States. And also drink in Mexico.
mentioned anything about looking for another boyfriend. Lori outright said she was already dating the sweetest guy and that she was trying to navigate a new stage in her life while also trying to balance a long-distance relationship.
And what exactly was so burdensome about this sweet guy, quote unquote?
This is pure speculation on my part, but
Yeah, we really just have to speculate because the writing doesn't really clarify anything.
I think what Lori was trying to say was that she wanted to get her life together and figure out what she wanted to do before potentially taking her relationship to the next level.
I mean, what was there any pressure to actually in taking this relationship to the next level?
Either that, or maybe being in a long-distance relationship might be holding her back from reaching her fullest potential.
Which is honestly a pretty shallow mentality, guys. I do not want to encourage that in any way. Like, just because you get promoted, just because you're given new opportunities, if you use that as an excuse to end a relationship, especially one that's been going on for, I don't know how long it's been going on because this timeline is so inconsistent, but I want to say about 2 years, 1.5 years. Like, I don't know. That just, am I alone in thinking that's just cruel, man?
I think that's the same mentality Bobby had as well. I could be wrong about all of this, but that's what it—
Nope, Slump. I gave credit to Benny and Luann for how well their relationship started, but they haven't really done anything meaningful with it since, I want to say, yeah, since that episode where they worked at the restaurant together.
sounded like to me
And that was like, what, season 6, season 7?
when these two were initially talking to Lenny. I know a lot of fans might be mad at Lenny for sabotaging her sister's
I'm not mad at Lenny. I'm mad at the writers. There's a difference.
relationship, and I don't necessarily disagree. But at the same time, I think Lori and Bobby breaking up was
Like, every time I'm lashing out at a character or a storyline, guys, ultimately, I'm not mad at the character in question. I'm mad at the writers. And maybe the producers that signed off on the screenwriting.
inevitable. Looking at their body language and how they were talking about their problems, I got the impression that these two had been contemplating ending things for quite some time, even before they called in the Cupid Cuties. Despite Lenny doing
That is such a stupid name, by the way.
her best to smooth things over with both Bobby and Lori,
I'm sorry. Okay, guys, I'm getting a little negativity get to my head. There was absolutely no reason for that kind of insult. Okay.
Ugh.
This couple, I need to relax a little.
Still looked miserable at the restaurant.
Like, how though? They were having dinner and they just had this. The only thing that implied that they were being unhappy is just this monotone expression. That's it. Nothing else. It's not like the frame conveyed a lot. It's not like this frame lasts very long and it didn't convey a lot for me to get that idea. Like, I don't know. It's just happening for the sake of it happening. None of the buildup makes any sense.
The fist bump being the biggest red flag. I might be in the minority when I say this, but I believe these two were going to break up no matter what advice they were given. Whether Lenny told them to do what was
That's how the writing made it out to be.
best for them individually or have a serious talk before making
Even without any outside influence from Lenny or Miguel. Actually, technically, Miguel. I guess Miguel didn't really do much. The fact of the matter is, this breakup just feels forced no matter how you try to write it. Or at the very least, it just makes Lori and Bobby very shallow.
any life-changing
At first. Like, there's a couple ideas that definitely support the motivation for this breakup, but the fact of the matter is, those episodes do not air for about, what, 2 months, 2 months later, a week later? I don't know. That's another problem with this timeline being so inconsistent.
decisions. Lori and Bobby's performances seem to very much suggest that their
Exactly, Swamp. The plot just demands it.
relationship was at a crossroads and breaking up was always an option. After realizing that they really do want some time apart, Lenny brings Lori and Bobby together for a three-way phone call so they can finally have that serious talk. In the end, Lori announces that she and Bobby had broken up
And we don't even see how it played out. We don't see the conversation. We don't hear the conversation. We don't see it. It just cuts to the next day and Lori says, "Oh, we broke up." That's it. Thanks. Thanks. I'm really emotionally invested, right, Nickelodeon? Thanks. Gracias.
At last, the
Babosos.
heavy weight was lifted off both
Pardon my language there, by the way. That's just me. Y'all already know. Every time I get too frustrated, I just start yapping in Spanish.
of their shoulders. For what it was worth, I kinda liked the way the show presented their breakup. Unlike Lenny
I definitely don't. So, you know what? I'll hear you out, but...
and Gavin ending their relationship off-screen,
which was even more insulting. But then again, come to think of it, isn't this basically the same scaling of disrespect? Like, okay, there's something of a basis for Lori and Bobby wanting to break up, but we don't see how it happens.
Lori
It just says, Lori and Bobby, we need to talk. Cut to the next day, they're already broken up.
and Bobby technically broke up on-screen. Granted,
Technically. I would say technically they didn't,
it
but
would have been
one or
better
the
if
other.
there
You know what? Why split hairs?
was a scene where they were actually talking to each other instead of having Lenny and Miguel observing what they were doing. Then again, actions speak louder than words, so maybe seeing them talking in person would have been redundant. Plus, it
I think it would have been the opposite of redundant. We actually needed to hear something other than just, oh, I want to do something different with my life, so I'm going to break up with my boy. God, man. The more I think about it, the more this episode ticks me off, man.
would have been pretty sleazy for both of them to end their relationship over the phone during a live podcast. But I think the best thing about their breakup was how both characters handled it. Unlike Save the Date, where both characters were overly emotional,
And honestly, that has its own handful. That has its own set of issues, but I guess the reaction was a lot less exaggerated, for lack of a better term. Like, yeah, oh, your brother's picking on my sister? We're through. That's it. That's all it took.
this time they were more mature about ending their relationship.
I guess I will give credit there for what little it's worth.
No tears, no rage, no bitter feelings. Just two young adults saying, we accept the fact that it's over.
Or at the very least, the writing made it out that way. What?
It's a hard pill for both of us to swallow, but we're doing the right thing. Additionally, Lori mentions that she and Bobby still care about each other and agree that taking some time off after being together for so many years would be good for both of them.
So, is it a breakup? Are they going on a break? Are they gonna get back together? I hate that kind of phrasing, guys. If you're breaking up, you're breaking up. Like, I don't understand that kind of thinking.
I don't know if this is the stretch to say, but seeing Lori and Bobby end their relationship the way they did was pretty realistic.
In some way. Like I said, just in the sense that they both didn't overreact. Everything that built up to it, though, it doesn't check out.
Given their lengthy, long-distance relationship...
Exactly, Erica. Like, what's the point of all... Even if this was the best breakup ever written, what's the point of it all if they're gonna get back together soon enough? I don't know how soon enough, because like I said, this timeline is a mess, but...
and how things between them weren't really
moving on.
going anywhere, while their individual lives were changing at a much faster rate, it's kind of realistic of them to feel like it was time to move on to bigger and better opportunities. Not every relationship can be
Until Lori participates in a reality show, Bobby happens to oversee it, and he's like, oh, I still love her. Like, really? That's... I'm telling you, man, a lot of this just doesn't make enough sense.
saved, and people do break up if they
Like, there's potential for a realistic and relatable depiction of a breakup, but almost every step of the way, it doesn't make sense, or it just makes them both seem like jerks.
feel they're no longer happy. These two left the door open to potentially get back together, so we'll see what the future holds for them.
Wait, when was this published? Okay, a month ago. I'm guessing before Living the Dreamboat aired.
Just to be
That did not, come to think of it, that comment did not age well.
clear, I'm writing and editing this review 2 days after Cupid's Harrow first premiered. Since this video is being made before any of the other...
Wait a minute, come to think of it. Where is this shot from? I've never seen this before. I'm guessing it's from the graphic novels. Oh, that's a cute shot. Her teaching you how to
We'll
golf?
see what
Okay, you know what? Let's not fixate on it.
future holds
If the writers don't care, then why should I?
for them. Just to be clear, I'm writing and editing this review 2 days after Cupid's Harrow first premiered. Since this video is being made before any of the other Lori x Bobby breakup episodes have aired, I'm choosing to approach the context
So was this meant to be, were these episodes meant to be a collective story arc? Like this one, that other one where she becomes a playground monitor and living the dreamboat? Were they all meant to be one collective story arc? Why not just air it all at once? Like what was going on with the scheduling, man? where we had to wait like weeks upon weeks to get the next part or whatever.
Of this episode in real time. Knowing this video is being released several weeks after the premiere of a certain season 11 episode, whatever I have to say in this video may or may not age very well.
Oh gosh, Tracy, no. If I will say this, guys, Bean Dream, I still hate it. I still think a lot of it doesn't add up. But thanks to a bit of the context from Living the Dreamboat, it's a tiny bit better. Not by much, but it's a tiny bit better.
Well, I have a feeling I'm going to be in for a big surprise either way. Overall, this episode may not be your favorite if you're a
Yeah, exactly, Nick.
huge fan of Lori and Bobby's relationship, and I definitely understand.
Like, it says a lot when this franchise is stagnating so hard that the only way to bring back ratings, to put it loosely, is to write a temporary breakup between Lori and Bobby. And we weren't even sure it's going to be temporary, but let's be real, guys. They're just way too addicted to the status quo. Lincoln and Ronnie Ann, it has to happen. Lori and Bobby, they're going to get back together, no problem. Sam and Luna, totally canon. Let's make more graphic novels. I'm going to crash out if I keep yapping about this, guys. I've said it once, I'll say it again, and next video definitely does dabble on this, more or less. But how did Bon Jovi put it once? This show, you know what? Let me just quote one of my favorite Bon Jovi songs. You give love a bad name.
And if you didn't like it. But for me, given what the story was about, this one was just good enough to not be.
Yikes! No, no. Think what you will, my dude. But no, I'm having. I'll give credit where it's due, but not a lot of it is due in this particular context.
Considered bad.
For the episode, not for the review.
If anything, this episode turned out a lot better than I originally expected. Lenny may have inadvertently caused her sister to break up with her boyfriend.
Lenny was written like an idiot and not in a good way. Lori and Bobby's breakup was forced. The basis for it was fundamentally flawed. Come to think of it, did Miguel have a reason to be in this episode? It could have been just as easily been anyone else stalling out Bobby. Like, I don't know. Why are they the ones hosting a love podcast in the first place out of all the characters? I have so many... Guys, you know what? This quote of mine is evergreen. I have so many questions with very stupid answers.
Which, again, makes you question her so-called Cupid instincts. But seeing Lobby...
Was that actually her phrasing in the episode? I don't know, guys. It's been like 2 months since I saw it. Since I want to say around Valentine's Day. And I am just now realizing we are halfway through April, guys. Holy crap. Time is flying. It's 2026 is flying by way too fast, guys. Can we please slow down? I mean, my birthday's in 2 months. We're already in April. Like, it's already spring. Winter is over. It seems like only yesterday it was New Year's.
Bobby coming to an end felt like a foregone conclusion, even if those two didn't call into Cupid Cuties. Yes, Lobby is the official ship name for Lori and Bobby.
Yeah. I can't think of a better one if I'm being honest. Bori, Lorby, Lobby? I mean, I don't know.
Lenny calling their ship name Blobby just sounds too... yeah.
Wait, why would... Wait. Isn't... Okay, guys, I'm really not an expert in these kinds of semantics, but shouldn't the ship name be something along the lines of half of one name and half of the other? Like LO from Lori and BBY from Bobby. Why is there a B at the beginning? And yeah, I'm telling you, man, these writers don't know jack squat.
But yes, this episode clears the bar when it comes to being considered good. Seeing Lori and Bobby come to...
Dino Tales, I think, is it available for free on YouTube? I don't think it is, but... Just... TLDR. Oh, Lori, she dropped out of college, or seemingly, like, I don't know, is she ever gonna go back to Fairway? They said she was just taking a gap year, but... The fact of the matter is, guys, I don't think they're ever gonna bother with another time skip, just considering the backlash it got last time. So, is she going back to Fairway? She's gonna stick to being a playground monitor? I think she's just gonna stay out of college. Just considering the fact that she keeps changing jobs and whatnot. But the TLDR, Bobby got a job offer in Mexico. Lori starting a new job as a barista. Now she's a playground monitor. Something self-discovery. Something holding them back. I don't know. If the episode doesn't convey it well enough, I don't know how to convey it myself either, guys.
The terms of their relationship and being mature about their breakup is what saved the episode from getting an underwhelming score.
Okay, to be fair, Erica, at the very least, Vegito checks out in Japanese. Just cause Kakaroto, it's how you say Kakarot in Japanese. But to English speakers, and even for the Spanish ones it checks out, because Kakarot in Spanish is Kakaroto, which still has the O at the end. But for English speakers, they definitely do get thrown off.
It shows how much they've grown since the first season, and I can appreciate...
Okay, Swamp, I wouldn't describe him as bland. He's just... How do I put this nicely? You know what? I don't have to. Stereotypically obnoxious.
Them handling the situation like adults. No hiding their true feelings, no putting on a brave face.
That's what bothers me about this episode to begin with, though. Where did these feelings come from in the first place? They just exist for the sake of existing.
And not trying to force themselves to be happy just to make the relationship work.
I guess when you ignore that, it is in some ways relatable and realistic.
They did what was truly best for both of them.
At least when both sides are being mature about it, because let me tell you guys, my last breakup, sheesh, man.
Them and the slow...
I never want to see that loser again.
Slow build to their eventual breakup was presented as pretty realistic. Certainly an interesting way to begin the Lori x Bobby breakup storyline. With that said, I give Cupid's Harrow a 7.5 out of 10.
That is way too generous.
Well, folks, that concludes my review of Cupid's Harrow. So I
think we'll leave it at that. Because the more I think about this episode, guys, the more it frustrates me. So here we are. Now what, though? I mean, unless I got something else to react to, guys, I think... Okay, you know what? Let me put it this way, guys. In terms of this next game to play, if y'all were here last Sunday, it got a little complicated. It was Dolphin Emulator and whatnot. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not committed yet. I haven't spent the 30... Like I said last week, we were playing Battle for Bikini Bottom on Dolphin Emulator, and then for whatever reason, the emulator started having issues, so I figured, hey, I may as well buy the remastered version on the Switch, cough up the 30 bucks, and have some fun with it. But do I want to? Are there better alternatives? Do I want to buy that game in particular? Like every now and... guys, I more or less have this rule, unless it's a big name release that I'm a huge fan of, I have this strict policy of I don't want to spend money on a game unless I really have to, or rather I really want to. Because I got alternatives, guys. I could play Battle for Bikini Bottom. I could play Mario Odyssey to follow up on the fact that I played both Galaxy games. I could actually, it's just those two off the top of my head. Go on Discord, maybe. All right. Did you post something, Swamp? Tails. Should I know who this is? I'm not angry, I'm not disappointed, I'm not puzzled. I just want to know. Should I know who this is? I feel like I should know who this is, but I don't. So, you know what? I'll worry about it later. Erica, that's the thing about DBZ Abridged. I've seen it definitely copyright claim people, and you know what? I don't want to join that club. I don't want to take any chances, unfortunately. Man and my schemes. Wait, I don't think I've even seen that episode, Nick. You know what? Let me look it up. Hold on. Maybe I have. Yeah, I don't think I've seen this episode, Nick. Yes, I want to run my ad block. Thank you, Wiki. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I don't think I've seen this. Hold on. Am I tripping or did I watch was I meant to watch this before watching Living the Dreamboat or blah blah blah? Okay, I guess I was. But the fact of the matter is, no one bothered mentioning this episode, and I don't think it would have helped the Lori and Bobby breakup story arc. That's a bit awkward. But because the fact of the matter is, guys, the only reason I got to watch Cupid's Harrow and Living the Dreamboat was because the former, somebody posted the full episode on Twitter, and the latter, Nickelodeon themselves published it on YouTube. So... Okay, guys, let me just ask this right now. Was this actually better than the other episodes of the breakup story arc? Because it doesn't seem like it. And obviously it's not available on Mexican Paramount Plus, unfortunately. But then again, I already watched basically the ending of the storyline, so yeah, sure, why not? Is it in his Is it in his... let's see if I can find it. Okay, it's only 3 weeks old. Let's see. Skip the tacky intro, no offense. Alright, let's look into it, because why not? No, not really. It's not quite as good. I don't think any of it was good, if I'm being honest, so that's really saying something, Sora. But anyways, Sora, what's up? Welcome to the stream. You too, Hilda.
CC Trainer Ling, and I'm back to bring you another episode review from Season 10.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it feels kind of awkward to listen to a review of an episode I haven't watched, guys, but you know what? Should I really concern myself with being this invested on a storyline that was so half-baked on so many corners? February 13th, huh?
The Loud House. So let's get right into it.
I don't know how I missed it, because I'm gonna be honest, guys, I did not know this episode existed until like 5 minutes ago.
Today's episode is Man of My Schemes. In this episode, Lori finds out Bobby got a new girlfriend not long after ending their relationship.
Wait, so then how does the premise for living the dreamboat work? The only reason was... you know what? Never mind. You know what? Maybe this episode will answer my question, but I doubt it.
And she's determined to win the breakup by finding a new boyfriend as soon as possible.
Oh. We showcase a respectable attempt at depicting a mature breakup, only to completely delve into immaturity in the follow-up? Are you kidding me, Nickelodeon? Ugh.
Possible. I'm just going to say this right now, and I don't know how many people are going to agree with me. This was, in my opinion, Lori's worst episode of the series.
Oh, okay. You know it's bad when even he's condemning it. You know it's bad when even he's like, no, this is a bad episode.
I thought she couldn't get any worse than Can't Hardly Wait, but I was wrong. I'll also say that this is the worst episode of Season 10 at the time of this recording. Not only is Lori's performance...
Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, for whatever reason, the music is buffering, as you guys can see. So I guess we'll just stick to the review.
Plain bad.
Assuming that's working well enough, which it is. Okay, thank goodness. Still though, what was going on with the playlist? Take your time, YouTube. I got nowhere else to be.
But the payoff to how the story was set up was
I'm just gonna
also
close the
very
tab.
frustrating. While I do like the idea of having an episode showing what Lori plans to do following her breakup with Bobby,
Is just getting with someone else or trying to one up him. Like, wasn't the whole point of breaking up with him just to maybe make things a little more practical for yourself? As awful as that might sound.
it's how she goes about handling it is where the episode begins to go
Come to think of it, yeah, I'm already hating this premise before I even know what before I even get any details on it.
down in quality. Lori initially says that her breakup was mutual and said she was happy that Bobby moved on and found a new girlfriend. I don't know the time gap between Cupid's Harrow and Man of My Schemes, but according to Lynn, it must not have been that long. Either way, Lori
Yep, according to basically any sense of deduction, it shouldn't have been that long.
said she was handling everything like a mature adult, and yet she was freaking out because her ex-boyfriend found someone before she did. So much for
That's it? That's your only criteria? It's the fact that your ex found someone, not the fact that your ex. I don't. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna let him finish.
maturity. Lori thinks Bobby's picture will make it look like he won the breakup, and
There's nothing to win. It's a what? Who wrote this?
things coming out as the
You know what? Hold on. Let me see the title card. I can see who wrote it just from that. Hold on. Okay. Do I know? Okay, guys, this is one of those writers where I don't immediately think of what he wrote.
schemes. It's a
Off the
good
top of my head, I can't remember what they wrote.
for maturity. Lori thinks Bobby's picture will make it look like he won the breakup, and thinks coming out as the loser will make her look pathetic to her social media followers. Looks like Luann was right when she said her sister had a huge ego.
Yeah.
So Lenny sets up a dating profile and
Like, at the very least, in freaking, what was that episode called where she got hired as a barista? Trouble Brewing. At the very least, her ego is checking out in a way that makes sense. Here, though, I haven't even watched the episode, but I can already tell it didn't.
Lori meets with several potential boyfriends, but none of them are good enough.
And one of them is literally a clown because... Is this supposed to... Sometimes I gotta remind myself that this episode is just it's just silly for the sake of being silly.
By the way, it should be noted that one of the boys wanting to date Lori was the cowlick guy Lenny was crushing on in season 5. It's a good thing Lenny left before her sister started talking to him. Things would have been extremely awkward if she stuck around.
I mean, if the writers actually bothered caring. I get the feeling the narrative, not necessarily the storyboard illustrators and whatnot, I get the feeling the writers, they just implemented him for the sake of having to come up with a whole new design for a character from scratch.
Then Lori gets the idea of making it look like she has a new boyfriend, even though she really doesn't. She
Oh gosh, Nick, that's not very reassuring. That's not very reassuring.
begins sneaking pictures with Parag without his knowledge, and tries to make it look as if she and him are actually in love. After a few good
Really? Is Lord... Guys, 10 seasons in, 9 seasons in, I don't even know the exact number. That just makes it, which makes it even more problematic. 9 seasons in, like, okay, like I said, in Trouble Brewing, I get it. Her ego kind of checked out just because there was a certain, just the narrative shaped it in a way where her little power trip was definitely being challenged in a way. But here, there's really no explanation for why Lori's being this full of herself.
good and not so good attempts, she manages to snap the perfect picture of them dating. Then she uploads the picture to the internet, and it gets more hearts than Bobby's, much to her satisfaction.
Really? You let a guy on, you manipulated everyone into believing you were in a new relationship just so you could get more likes than your ex? Instead of just...
As I was watching what Lori had been doing up to this point, I
I have so many
Sat
questions.
there with a combined feeling of disappointment and frustration. This episode just felt like the biggest downgrade of her character, as if she regressed back to her old ways of being the typical high school teenager from the first 4 seasons. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized this episode borrowed elements from the season 3 episode, Selfie Improvement.
Except Selfie Improvement actually did it well. Because the moment she realized, oh, wow, I made Bobby drive all this way even though he just got out of surgery. Like, she realized that, oh my gosh, this is a horrible mistake. But I get the feeling this episode won't take that approach, but let's see.
Lori was on a mission to make sure her selfie got the most likes and vowed to make sure she didn't
But the fact of the matter is, she was competing with an actual rival there. She wasn't trying to show up her ex, who she still cares about and presumably respects.
end up looking like
But for whatever reason, the narrative just tries to force in her ego where it doesn't make sense.
a loser. She even went the extra mile by setting the scene to make the picture look even more impressive.
Wait, did she pay for this whole setting?
The biggest difference, however, is that Selfie Improvement had 2 people actively competing to see who could get the most likes on their pictures.
I think it was more so one-sided. I don't know what was Carol's outlook on that whole situation.
This season 10 episode
Like that rivalry, it seemed one-sided at first in some ways. Like, the only reason they ended up becoming friends at the end was because Lori basically upstaged her at everything else, other than selfies, selfie likes or whatever.
simply had Lori trying to win a competition that was never a competition in the first place. Bobby wasn't even posting multiple pictures with his new girlfriend, so
Do we even get to know her name, by the way? I don't think we do, because he hasn't mentioned it. So why? I get the feeling it wasn't.
Lori couldn't even say she was trying to outdo Bobby by trying to post the better-looking couple selfie. Everything Lori did in this episode just made her seem very childish and immature. I was especially aggravated when she said, "I'm winning the breakup." I'm like, seriously? This episode completely backtracked on her emotions.
Was this? Come to think of it, is this even the kind of episode you want kids to get a lesson out of? Was this episode even aimed for kids, or was a writer just going through? Was this writer just writing a therapy session for herself? Genuinely, because what's the lesson kids are supposed to take out of this? Because keep in mind, guys, this is a kids show.
Emotional
You know what? Let's just see how the episode ends before I jump to any conclusions.
maturity she displayed in Cupid's Harrow. Lori went from, we're breaking up and we're gonna be okay, to, Bobby can't be in a new relationship before me, and that makes me feel not okay.
If the purpose was the breakup was self-discovery and seeing where your life takes you, was there any reason Bobby and Lori couldn't be part of support each other in that process instead of just finding someone else?
She is definitely the jealous type, no doubt about it. The worst part about
Well, we knew that already, even long before this episode at least, but this is taken to an extreme that, again, doesn't make sense.
Lori getting back into the dating pool was that she wasn't doing it because she felt ready to find someone new.
Exactly.
It wasn't even about finding Parag attractive. She was trying to rush into a new relationship just so she could satisfy her own ego. Lori even said that after getting a few affirmations from others about the selfie she
Oh my god, yeah, you're probably right, Erica. There's a reason this show has been going on for 9 seasons, 10 seasons, 11 seasons. I don't know. Point is, it's been one too many seasons.
posted at the beginning, she was able to feel better about herself about not having Bobby around. Going out of your way
Like, there's been a handful of instances that show that Lori's definitely willing to put her ego aside for Bobby's sake. Like, all the more reason. Like I said, there's a reason I like Selfie Improvement, and it's exactly because of that. This just feels jarringly backwards, if that makes any sense.
to either find a new love interest or make it look as if you found a new one, all for the sake of social media clout. I'm sorry, but that is beyond messed up, even for Lori. This kind of episode may have worked back when she was in high school.
Come to think of it, do we actually see what Bobby was doing with his new girlfriend, quote unquote?
But not now at this stage of the game. You know things are bad when her social media pictures started coming to life and telling her not to make either of them look pathetic.
Is this really the visual? It's an awkward visual, but hey, it could have been dumber.
The one character you really feel bad for is Parag, so now would be a good time to talk about him. This is the first
So how did it go on from his perspective? Was he actually falling for Lori? Was he just being naive the whole
It's
time?
episode where Parag plays a significant role, and like I said, you just can't help but feel sorry for him. He was being used as a pawn in Lori's petty breakup competition.
Please tell me she at least owned up to it at the
And
end.
you really feel bad for him when it turns out he already had a girlfriend and Lori had no idea.
Yikes.
Parag said his girlfriend dumped him after she found Lori's picture of them
Yikes.
fucking in a seemingly romantic way. So yeah, Lori's quest to win the breakup resulted in her co-workers.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I was better. Maybe. Yeah, you can still watch the you can skip this episode completely, and my opinion on the rest of the arc wouldn't change.
Supposedly cheating on his
If anything, it'd make it worse.
girlfriend, thus
You could easily pretend this is a standalone episode, and not a lot would change.
causing the poor guy to break down in tears. I never thought I'd see the day where Lori can officially be called a selfish homewrecker, even if the context of her picture was a complete misunderstanding. So Lori comes clean to Parag about what she had done and manages to fix her co-worker's relationship with
And do we even get to see how she explained what happens, or did the narrative just skip over that too? Just like with Lori and Bobby's
his
breakup.
girlfriend. Lori says she's happy being on her own and will no longer care what others think about her being single. And then there's the big plot twist just as the episode was wrapped.
Like that's really my problem in general with the driving force of Lori and Bobby's breakup. It's forget self-discovery, forget possibilities. The writers were just conveying their own ego into these characters. Like, that's really all there is to it.
Wrapping up. While at the grocery store,
It's not like their relationship was problematic. One was somebody was being toxic or whatever, although that did apply to Lori for a while in the early seasons. The fact of the matter is, they just broke up for the sake of their egos. Not their egos, because it doesn't mess their characters in that particular context. It really is just the writers and producers. This whole mentality of, oh, you don't need a relationship to be happy, which is, the more I think about it, the more infuriating it is, guys.
where Lenny and Lori encounter Bobby's girlfriend, except it's not a girl at all. It turned out Bobby's girlfriend
I don't know what to be more mad at, guys. Wait, why did he even call it a girlfriend? What called it a girlfriend
is
then?
actually a cardboard cutout in which customers can get a free drink if they post a picture of themselves standing next to it. Really? That's the payoff to the picture that
That's the twist?
started the entire conflict? Lori was trying to compete with and losing her mind over a life-size piece of cardboard? So Bobby never had a new girlfriend to begin with, and Lori
Why was he, what made her jump to the conclusion that it was a girlfriend in the first place?
almost ruined Parag's relationship for nothing. Just wow. To say this ending pissed me off would be an understatement.
Yeah. Maybe it's best I didn't watch this episode at all.
The episode tries to play it off as a funny joke, but the circumstances leading up to it were anything but funny. The ending would have been better if it featured Lori meeting Bobby's real girlfriend and wishing her all the happiness in the world.
I guess.
Her being supportive of her ex-boyfriend's future endeavors would have at least been a
Like, that's the thing, guys. Once you break up, it's one thing to be on good terms, but you don't have to be involved in their lives once things are over. You are not obligated in any capacity. Especially if you broke up on really bitter terms, which they didn't, but ultimately, there's really no need to put any kind of emphasis on those ideas.
good moment of redemption.
Especially because we know they do get back together eventually.
It wouldn't have saved the episode from getting a bad score, but it would have been better than what we actually got. Well, at least
It would have been something of a saving
the
grace.
clown found a new girlfriend, so at least he wound up as a winner.
Again, another joke that just, even without the clown, even if this was anybody from any recurring character from the episode, like, there's just times where this episode it tries to make me laugh and it just does the opposite.
Overall, I don't know what else I can say other than this episode is downright
Yeah,
terrible.
you can tell this was written by someone in the Casa Grande's writing crew.
The childish and immature presentation of Lori's character was a massive downgrade from her performance in Cupid's Harrow. Had this episode been made
And even that had its own problems.
during the early seasons where her character was all about her relationship and wanting to be popular on social media, I might not have been so negative. But no, this episode really showed how jealous and petty Lori can be if she's not the one winning in a breakup she claimed to be mature about. If any
I love how the captions just say music in the middle of the quote, in the middle of the line. Like some I'm telling you, man. You think with how prominent AI is in this day and age, you think they would actually improve YouTube captions of all things.
This proves that the writers really don't know what to do with her character as of season 10.
Yeah.
Sometimes she's presented as the mature adult she has proven to be since season 5, and then she'll start displaying the kind of attitude she used to have.
This is the kind of stuff that happens when your show just goes on for longer than it ever needed to. Sometimes Lenny can be thoughtful and a little clumsy, or sometimes she's just that stupid, like she was in Cupid's Tarot. Other times, Lori can be the most blithering egotist out there, or she can actually show the maturity you'd expect out of an 18-year-old who's been through college, who's actually trying to understand herself, as corny and contrived as it might sound.
When she was in high school, it's always a few steps forward and then a few steps backwards, and
mostly steps backwards, if you ask me.
It gets really annoying, to be honest. The only positive I can think of is Parag having a lead role.
Like, that's the thing. When you got a lot of problems with an episode, guys, don't try to give them credit. Don't try to give them credit. Don't try to give them how little credit is due. Like, there's really no shame in being pessimistic in something that deserves the worst of criticisms.
Being the innocent,
there's really no harm in being honest about it.
Victim in Laurie's plan may not have been the greatest use of his character, but it was still something for him to do. But between Laurie's selfish desire
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot Parag existed until we saw this episode, guys.
To be the winner of the breakup and the insanely stupid plot twist with the cardboard cutout girl, this episode doesn't give me much hope as the...
Come to think of it, guys. Realistically, if you saw a friend with posing with a cardboard cutout on like Instagram or whatever, wouldn't you be able to tell even from the frame that it is a cardboard cutout? I guess the idea is that Laurie's just too high on her own ego, but even that's questionable. So,
Laurie X.
You know what? The more I think about it, the more mad I get.
Bobby breakup storyline continues. With that said, I give Man of My Schemes a 3.5 out of 10.
Yikes. When he gives it a score that low, that's how you know it's bad.
Well, folks, that concludes my review of Man of My Schemes. So I gotta ask, what did you guys think of this episode? Sound off in the comments below.
Is there a single person who would actually hold it in good regard? I'm genuinely curious, because I honestly don't know.
I'll catch you guys for the next video, but until then...
You know what, let's get a bit of a peep at the comments, just out of curiosity. And let's hope the music is actually working this time. Am I the only one who thought the clown was actually... Who? I prefer Laurie and Bobby break up to the series to be a great adult message that even long relationships don't last and sometimes you have to move on, but that's just me. I would appreciate it if it was actually well written. Okay, I think the general consensus is that, yeah, this episode sucks. But alright, guys. So, like I said... You like shadow balls, don't you, Squidward? I'm sorry. I don't know how to make that joke about SpongeBob and about a SpongeBob reference and a Gengar reference. This is funny. I gotta show this to Boot at some point. Oh, that's who it is. Yeah, Nick. Again, all the more reason I dislike Alice for Love. A lot of those love interests, they do get minor cameos every now and again, but none of that goes anywhere. Like, for the younger sisters, I get it, but for the older ones, we never see them again. Lynn and that kid from the baseball team, I don't even remember his name, and who knows where he went. Who else was there? Okay, there was Benny and Luann. That did go somewhere, but I'm of the opinion that for Benny and Luann, did I say Lenny and Buan earlier? I feel like I did. I don't know, guys. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with what I'm saying because I speak so quickly. Sound like an auctioneer. But the point is, Benny and Luann, they did not need Alice for Love for their relationship, or at the very least the start of it, and what little episodes they've gotten for them to be compelling. They did not need Alice for Love whatsoever. You could cut them out of the montages and everything, and nothing would change between them. I still think they're pretty sweet. And the rest of them? Well, what does it say when I can't even remember Lenny's? I obviously remember Luna's for better or worse, mostly for the worse. Laurie and Bobby's, come to think of it, it was kind of redundant. What? How did Alice for Love go down again with Laurie and Bobby? Like, why would Laurie think that Bobby... you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna delve on those technicalities. The less I think about that episode, the better, guys, because y'all already know. And I will stand by this. I don't care how many people disagree with me. It is one of my least favorite episodes in the whole series. I stand by that. I'm not too critical about it, because I can definitely agree that there are worse episodes. I've made that clear in my worst episodes video. But I don't think it's a good episode. It's repetitive, a lot of behavior doesn't check out, a lot of the setups don't go anywhere. And that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to that episode's problems. But with that being said, guys, WrestleMania is happening. Oh, you're right, it's in April, right? I don't know, I haven't paid attention to WWE since, like, I want to say 2012? What year was it when The Rock fought John Cena? I want to say 2011 or 2010? I don't remember when, but the fact of the matter is, I have not paid attention to WWE in like 16 years, guys. Sometimes I gotta remind myself, we're in 2026. I am not as young as I used to be, you whippersnappers. Lori literally had no glory in this episode. But alright, guys. So here's where I'm a little conflicted. I can either commit to what I said I did last week and play battle. All I know is I want to play a platformer. So take your pick. Battle for Bikini Bottom or Mario Odyssey. One or the other. On one hand, we could be playing a platformer based on a Nickelodeon property, which would be pretty fitting for this channel. Or we could keep up with what we were doing back then and basically play the follow-up for Galaxy 2 and play some Odyssey. All I know is I'm definitely going to play both eventually, but which one first? That's the real question. I remember back when the DS was new. Oh my gosh, Tails, that was 2004. I was a baby. I was a baby at the time. Like, I still remember Christmas Day, Nintendo DS, Metroid Prime Hunters, and Spider-Man 2. Holy crap, Spider-Man 2. How many Spider-Man movies have we gotten since then? I'm telling you, man, time flies. You get old. Sometimes you just gotta remind yourself to come to terms with your mortality. Because one moment you're just a kid waiting on Christmas presents. The next, you're a grown man on the internet yapping about a Nickelodeon show. I guess not much has changed when you think about it, but still. Yeah, Tails, I'm probably gonna conduct a poll. Hold on. Ranking poll. Wait, can you guys actually see the tab? Okay, you can. You know what? You guys may as well see me making the poll. Oops. Let's see. One vote for IP address. Block VPN users. Should I really concern myself with that? Okay, that does it, right? I don't think I need any technicalities. But let's see if I can post this in chat. Hold on, guys. At least, I mean, I kind of have to. Otherwise, what's the point of setting a poll if no one can vote on it? Also, I love this music, by the way. Ollie, I have no idea what that is, homie. Let's see. Not really, Tails. Like, Fire Emblem was just a really rare exception when it comes to me getting into strategy games. Oh my gosh, hiccups. Ugh. I will say this though, as soon as Fortune Weaves drop, as soon as we get a release date, I'm gonna plan ahead, guys. Because I am playing that day one, or at the very least the first day I get off work, after its release, to say the least. Or I might just play it the day I get off work. All I know is, guys, I definitely do want to play that game as soon as it drops, or as soon as possible. Just like with Legends ZA, although in terms of viewership, the first night I played ZA, it did not go well in terms of numbers, to say the least. But alright, guys, poll should be in chat if I did everything correctly. And I guess I may as well cast a vote myself. You know what? I'm gonna keep the results a surprise for myself until after. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes. Is what I'm trying to say. BFBB, a break from Mario. I see what you did there, Slop. I see what you did there. But ultimately, it's not up to me. And honestly, I'm good. I'm fine with either result, guys. Just because, I'll be honest, I've been meaning to play both games for a very long time. And they're both available on the Switch. I got the funds on my credit card. Or rather, you know, yeah, or debit. It's actually a debit card, guys. But the fact of the matter is, I do actually have the money for it. And I'm not about to put myself in debt with a credit card. With my credit card, rather. But alright, guys. We'll give it a few minutes, and then we'll work from there. And I'm just now realizing I left the tab open. Okay, Erica, if you're in chat... This did get a laugh out of me, and I just realized I didn't even give it a reaction, but... Yeah, this is funny. This is funny, guys. I genuinely do wonder... Is there any actual family out there with 10 kids, maybe more? Because the fact of the matter is, the Louds, the size of the family, it was definitely cartoonishly exaggerated to where I have a very hard time believing that this is a real image. Because it does not look AI generated by any means. Like, I get the feeling the family might just be that big. But anyways, you know what? Let's see what people have been posting in the memes tab. Oh gosh, guys. I'm still dreading it, by the way. I'm still dreading it. Like, the fact of the matter is, I do want to watch the Digital Circus movie, but the fact of the matter is, I live in Mexico, where, let me put this nicely and say, this culture's sense of class is definitely a lot less, is significantly worse than the Americans. And that's really saying something. So honestly, I'm dreading how things are gonna play out when I go watch it in theaters. Maybe not at all. Maybe I can circumvent the spoilers for the 2 weeks that I'm supposed to, but I really don't want to, guys. You know what? The thing that bums me out the most about the fact that this is getting a theatrical release, it's really just the fact that I can't react to it on stream anymore. Like, y'all already know how it went the past couple of times. I watch the episode on stream, I react with you guys, but the fact of the matter is, things are going to be different this time around, because it's a whole movie. It's a lot more susceptible to getting copyright claimed, and by the looks of it, it will, because I've seen people posting the trailer get copyright claimed, even on Twitter. So the fact of the matter is, I get the feeling the intellectual property, the technicalities of the IP are definitely going to be a lot more complicated this time around, unfortunately. I want to see a Battle of Bikini Bottom Let's Play because I've seen a good chunk of Odyssey Let's Plays. Well, Pixel, ultimately, it's not up to me. I could easily scrap this whole poll altogether and do what I want, but where would the fun in that be? So, I just realized, hold on. I am just now realizing I don't have the... Where's the poll? We are 4-2 of favor of Odyssey. It's kind of odd. Last Sunday, I was already playing Battle for Bikini Bottom, but guys, let me put it this way, don't fret. Eventually, we are going to play both of them. Eventually. Whichever one comes first is the one I'm going to play, but the fact of the matter is, I wanted to leave it to chat to see which one most people would want to see first. And I sincerely hope you guys are going to stick around regardless, just because, hey, never played the game before, and it's honestly a shocker that I haven't, just because y'all already know I'm a big fan of this franchise. So, we'll leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll give it a few more minutes. You know what? What are the odds we're going to get another 2 votes in favor of Bikini Bottom in the next 5 minutes? I'd be kind of surprised if we were, guys. I'm just saying. Wait, where'd the music go? Okay, it's just that quiet. But But alright, guys. Also, hello, Pixel. Welcome to the stream. I just realized. That's your first message in chat. So with that being said, guys... Do I want to close the poll here? I kind of do. I think it's open forever, but the fact of the matter is I'm working off of what's being said right now. Do I want to, though? Do I want to give it a few more minutes? Okay, there is 12 of you in chat. Come on. Just click the link and vote, please. I only see 6 votes, including my own. So... yeah, get in there and vote, please. You know what? Let me post it again, as a matter of fact. Okay, for some reason I'm not allowed to copy it on mobile, which is annoying. I could always pin it. Nah, where's the fun in that? I don't know, guys. I just want to sit back and relax. I don't want to worry about technicalities and whatnot. Yes, Sora, it is in fact Daisy Circuit. But alright, you know what, in the meantime, let me set up the Switch. Full warning though, guys, just for the sake of being able to get in more time to edit the next video, which will hopefully drop next week, I think I'm gonna end stream at around 5 or 5:30-ish, instead of the usual 6 o'clock. I was obsessed with playing Odyssey before you lost the cartridge slump? You know, times like these, I'm particularly grateful for owning digital copies of most, if not all of my Switch games, as a matter of fact. And then there's also the fact that let me put it this way, guys, traveling to the US, it takes up it's very time consuming from where I'm standing. I'm not gonna dox myself or say exactly where in Mexico or where in the US, but the fact of the matter is, getting physical copies of Switch games, it is very time consuming. And so far, as of right now, it really hasn't been worth the trouble. But if anything, you know what? There's a silver lining. You gotta count your blessings. I don't have to pay taxes on the games. I get them immediately. I can play them when there's a midnight release or whatever, although I rarely get the chance, just given my work schedule. Like, seriously, guys, even when there's times where I want to stay up until 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m., I'm usually passed out by like 9:30. As crazy as it might sound to some of you guys, like, I don't know. Like the whiplash from... Wait, who posted this? Why would you suddenly post this? How is this okay, alright. But alright, let me set up the Switch. Hold on, guys. Okay, oh my gosh, where's the capture card? Okay, I just realized by last week to set up the GameCube adapter, I did unplug the capture card, so I gotta set it up all over again. Give me a moment, guys. You know what, while I'm at it, I'll be right back. I am just now realizing that my mic was muted, and I was yapping for like 30 seconds, guys. Swamp, I have no idea who that is, and I'm kind of grateful that I don't, because the thought of the words AI, content, and farm being pronounced consecutively legitimately like makes me sick to my stomach. Golly, man. Alright. Sale is gone, so I have to pay $60 for a 9-year-old game. Okay, not 9-year-old, 8-year-old game. Because it came out, I remember it came out in October 2017. It's kind of crazy how I have to pay that. I'm telling you, man, you'd think with, on one hand, maybe I get it, but on the other, really? Okay, I am just now realizing, hold on, do I really have to log in on the Switch eShop again? I guess I kind of do, for security reasons. Alright, hold on, guys. I have not logged into my Nintendo in a hot minute, but I'd like to believe I still remember my password. I do not. Okay, apparently I do remember my password. Hold on. Yeah, it's really stupid. For whatever reason, Nintendo just refuses to give me a discount on anything without some sort of special occasion. Yeah, or we're playing Odyssey for the first time in my history, in my channel's history, in my memory. I've literally never played this game before, guys. I've seen a couple glimpses of a playthrough, but overall, I have not played it. And you know what? Considering the amount of references I missed while playing Mario Mon, yeah, I don't feel bad about it. Yeah, Swamp, I downloaded Champions, and I did want to play it on stream low-key, but I don't know. I haven't even opened the application once, guys. I'll say that much. I do want to play it eventually, and eventually on stream, but honestly, I wanted to get this out of the way first. All right, open up. Okay, it's still downloading, but we got it, guys. And there goes another $60 out of my wallet. Okay, I will say this, so Sora, what's that song called? Jump Up Superstar? Yeah, it's been stuck in my head since 2017. It's crazy how I went to the E3. I went to E3 2017, where Odyssey was being featured by Nintendo, like full con style, a demo and everything. And the fact of the matter is, I've never played the full game for myself. But that's that, guys. Let's give it a few moments, and we'll work from there. I think MK8, it's still $60 to this day. You know what? I kind of want to find out. Pixel. Like, is the system really that scuffed? Like, that game is as old as the Switch 1, and we're in the Switch 2, guys. You know what? Let me see. At least tell me it includes all of the DLC. Or what? Do I still have to play for an NSO membership for that? Yep, still $60 without the booster course pass. Yikes. Okay, let me get out of the page. I can't show it to you guys just because the eShop, it does show a bit of personal information at some corners, and I don't want to take any chances. Ah, yes, the game that made everyone thirsty for Pauline. Yep. Like, apparently, yeah, guys, Pauline has been featured in plenty of Mario spin-offs. A lot of spin-offs that went forgotten, but they were there nonetheless. All that shovelware Mario vs. DK games that were dropped on the DSE shop and whatnot, she was there. But for whatever reason, nobody cared about Odyssey until she was featured here. Nobody cared about Pauline until she was featured here. Also made the Mario universe feel odd, with Peach's region stuck in the Middle Ages, while Pauline is a thriving modern city. Come to think of it, Aura, yeah, it does slap the world building in the face, but this is the kind of universe where I don't take the world building too seriously. It's freaking Mario, for crying out loud. And I know what you're gonna say, hey, why are you being so picky about the Galaxy movie then? That's a different story that I've gone into in my review. I'll leave it at that. But alright. I was about to say, why is it taking so long? It's usually pretty instant, but then I remembered, since I'm using my Ethernet cord for my computer, for my PC, this Switch is running on Wi-Fi. It is what it is, but hey, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I'm finally gonna get to witness Dewdonk City. I'm finally gonna get to play with Cappy. I don't know what to look forward to, guys. It's just I'm just going into a 3D Mario game relatively blind, which is exciting in of itself. Yeah, Sora, what was it called? Tostarena? 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 Tostarena or Tostarena? I say arena because arena means sand in Spanish, and it's clearly inspired by Mexican culture, for whatever it's worth. So I say Tostarena. Or if I'm using my Spanish accent, Tostarena. Ole. How cool, guys, genuine question. Do you guys like it when I yap in Spanish every now and again? Because I don't know, it definitely feels like a cheap shot. It definitely feels like a cheap way of getting attention and whatnot. At least if you ask me. Like, there are times where instinctively, just because I'm so angry, and I just convey my angry feelings better in Spanish sometimes, and to the point where it's become instinctive. I've had this habit more or less since I was a kid. But nowadays, it just feels, like I said, it just feels like a shallow way of getting attention. Like, every time I speak Spanish, I'm just thinking, ugh, can I really not do this any better? So how cool are you guys with me speaking Spanish every now and again? It makes me feel funny things. Hey, yo, Tails, could you be a little more descriptive about it? You know what? Maybe don't. Maybe don't. Never mind. Forget I asked. No, I'm picky about Mario Galaxy 2 and refuse to accept that it's a Miyamoto decision. Just because he's the founder doesn't mean his decisions are gold. We'll live in a time, yeah, he did create Mario. He is a revolutionary in the industry in a lot of ways. But he's not right about everything, guys. His supervision, you could pin his supervision on the fact that we got garbage like Sticker Star and pretty much every bad Paper Mario game after that. Because before then, they were peak RPGs. Like, it definitely took this franchise in a direction and a style that I never would have expected, and I'm willing to bet most, if not all people can appreciate. Probably not, Arian, because as I've showed before, about 65% of my audience on YouTube is American and presumably speaks English. So the fact of the matter is, most of my audience speaks Spanish, and even then, let me put it this way, guys. English is the most commonly spoken language in the world. Most, if not all countries have some grasp on the language, to say the least, for the sake of basic communication. So the fact of the matter is, I gotta do this stuff in English, whether I like it or not, even though I do. Because English is definitely a lot more concise when it comes to basic communication. Spanish, though, on the other hand, like I've said, it's definitely more helpful when it comes to expletives. But alright, guys. The game is here, so let's kill the music and let's get right into it. Or should I say, let's do the Odyssey? Okay, too much. Oh, that's a interesting tutorial. Can't I just play with the Joy-Con? Can't I just play with the Joy-Cons and the puppy? Okay, am I supposed to not be hearing anything? Latin American and European? My European Spanish is a little flimsy, Ariane. Pero por supuesto que puedo hablar el español castellano. I don't know, like I said, guys, my European Spanish accent is definitely scuffed. Can you guys hear the game well enough? In the skies, above Peach's castle. Oh. Straight to a fight, and he's already wearing the tux. Huh. Oh, okay, it's not that theme. Never mind. So, what exactly is your plan here, Mario? Oh, he didn't have one. That's the plan. And Peach has a tiara? Okay, this premise is really contrived, but like I said, this is the kind of game you're not really committed to for the narrative, guys. Sometimes the gibberish is just endearing. Oh my gosh, you shredded the hat. I'm guessing that's Cappy? Is there a reason he can't just fly to the airship himself and do... Nah, probably can't do much. Have I played Bayonetta? Tails? I've played the first two. The third one I'm only familiar with the soundtrack. Ooh. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, these visuals with the Switch with the IRL Joy-Cons, they're a little jarring, but okay, I'm not gonna lie, these controls, they feel a lot more slick than Galaxy. Like with Galaxy, it was definitely a lot more rigid, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Oh, I can spin? Okay. Helicopter, helicopter. I even got a compass. Wait, come back! You got my hat, bro! Oh, you got a triple jump? Wait, can I backflip? I can. Can I do somersault? Okay. Neat. Wait, what happens if I... Oh, I did not mean to do that. Wait, hold on. Let me do that again. Okay, I can still long jump. I love the fact that he raises his arms a little bit when he's... You guys friendly? Okay, they don't hurt me. Okay, curiosity should have killed me there. Who are you, though? Why are you asking me? Who's them? It's okay. I just want my hat back. Or what's left of it. Can I speak a Romance language other than Spanish? I only speak English and Spanish, and I took a year of high school Japanese back in high school, Arian. So not really. Okay. Oh, that was your sister. I'd hope to give chase to that monster and a ship of my own. Wait, what ship? Oh. Alright. Okay, one, the capture card is crackling, so I'm gonna reset it. Tails. Secondly, Tails, I gotta whatever you post in Japanese, whatever foreign language you post in chat, I gotta translate it. So I'm gonna take this chance to roll a break, fix up the technical difficulties, and see what Tails said. Give me a moment, guys. Okay, Tails, it just says drink in Japanese. What was the point of that, homie? You know what? Okay, we're good now. We're good now. We should be good. Moving on, please. Okay, I don't know how you know that, but sure. Wait a minute, come to think of it, why wasn't Cappy a capture in the game, in Mario Mon? I guess he is the Pokeball itself, but it could have been like a Rotom situation. Okay, you know what, why be picky about it? Yeah, I mean, we're both after the same guy. Cappy was awesome, no cap. I see what you did there. Ah, come on! Is this how it happens? Yeah. Aw, that's cute. Cappy. It's a fun word to say, by the way, guys. Uh-huh. Wait, so how do I dive? Shake the Joy-Con to throw. Oh, you know what? I'll just stick with pressing Y, thank you. And again, these IRL visuals are a little jarring. Oh, you gotta go. Can I take... Oh, wow, I can tear it down. What's up? Bonneton. No, actually. Oh. Sure, let's see. How do I do a jump dive? Can I do a jump dive in this game? That's the real question. Not important. I'll figure it out eventually. Money! Money, 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 money. Wait, can I actually keep Cappy in place to break the whole box? Okay, good. Okay, these controls are smooth. And again, I am playing on the Switch too. Wait, how long can he stay there? Okay, not for long, not for long, not forever. It's not infinite. Okay, that's just the fog. Oh! Oh! Wait, what happens if I turn them all on? Okay, other than that... Wait, what happens if I... Oh! Okay, that's crazy. Okay, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy, and I mean in a good way. Who NTLH is at least a half-decent villain? Probably the villain from No Time to Spy. What was her name? Fifi? Like, I've given her my praise. It's deserved. Morag, though, she's boring. She's boring. She's petty, and she's not fun enough to compensate. As for... What was his name? The evil Santa? I don't know anything about him. From what people have told me, he's not that good. I guess we do technically have a spin attack. Hold on. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I have a very soft spot for the Baby Luma, the spin attack, and Galaxy in general, but this is gas. Hold on. I can't wait for the Illumination to do an Odyssey movie and screw that up too. Really? I get nothing for turning on the lights? Okay, what if I get all of them? Hold on. Wow, this game really encourages exploration, doesn't it? Or maybe I'm just too curious for my own good. Hold on. Okay, chat, if you want to clarify right now, if I get something from getting all the switches, then please let me know. It's probably just coins the more I think about it, so maybe not. Best villain from a children's show that I know of? Like, what was that? Just some bushes I can bonk out of existence? I don't get it. Okay, just more coins. Nothing too crazy. Tails off the top of my head? Bill Cipher, Fire Azula. Just those two off the top of my head. Maybe King Andreas from Amphibia? Like, I don't know. I don't have a lot. I don't get exposed to enough children's media for me to... Okay, hold on. I'm gonna roll through this. I'm gonna do this the right way. Wait. Oh, he's talking about the Switch. I thought it was... Why are these Goombas so... yellow? I don't know, those Goombas seemed a little off to me, but I guess it's because we're not in the Mushroom Kingdom. Okay, just... Ew. Bro, imagine a dude kidnapping your girl and forcing her into a marriage. Come to think of it, there are countries out there that actually do that, and it's horrible. Yeah, is this a Mario game, or am I playing Sonic the Hedgehog? Ow. So now what? If I watched Bill Nye when I was a kid, not a lot recently, if there's anything at all. I'm pretty sure that show ended. Okay. The captain does give you a bit of a ledge boost. Aww. Look at the little foggies. Yeah, I remember this. So, did Mario just get thrown into the frog's psyche? What is this, Persona? Thanks for letting me know, game. Ribbit. Wait, can I swim? Can I swim normally? No, it's still just as slow. Oh. I was about to say. I thought I was supposed to make that jump normally. Ribbit. Okay, this is fun. This is fun. Ribbit. 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 I don't know why I'm saying ribbit so aggressively. Wait, how do I let go, though? Wait, what happens if I just jump off? You know what? I'm not about to find out. Frog is so light that the platforms aren't moving. It's kind of crazy. And the Goombas still don't like me. Okay, they are more yellow than usual. It's not just me. Yeah, Lana would be happy about that. Well, hold on. Ribbit. Ribbit. You know what would be a relatively fun TLH episode? Like, I know I rag on the show a lot for implementing supernatural gimmicks, and there's only been one time, in my opinion, where it's actually worked. But imagine an episode where Lisa makes Lana and Hop switch bodies. Like, I don't know, I feel like that'd be a fun premise. Wait, what happens if I get hit? Maybe... Okay, this is fun. This is fun. Hold on. I wanna be a frog forever, but the fact of the matter is I'm stealing someone else's body. That doesn't sit right with me. Hold on, can I get a close-up of it? Oh, he looks so cute with the little mustache and the hat. I think I'm telling you, a mustache can honestly make or break someone's appearance. Oh, that's how you leave. I'm so sorry, Mr. Froggy. Oh, so I have 6 health now. And the frog is dead. I'm sorry, Mr. Froggy. Wait, what's up here? I probably should have climbed this wall before I mean, what could actually be interesting? Would that actually even be worth the trouble? Oh. Oh, we have checkpoints too. Bro, why do they talk like they're the freaking minions? I mean, they're cute and all, but I'm pretty much mentally trained to hate anything that reminds me of the minions, guys. Go search, I was a 6-year-old frog. Tracy, just from the way you're wording that, I'm not sure that I want to. Okay, there's nothing here. Wait, so how do I dive? So how do I dive after throwing the hat? Do I hit X? Do I... forget it. I'll figure it out eventually, just not now. The minions look good, basically, yeah. Who are these guys? Are these rejected tricks mascots? What am I looking at here? The boss warned me there'd be a fella with a mustache coming along. Guess we ought to introduce ourselves. With the wedding planners for the happy couple. The Brutals? Huh. We got that treasure we needed, so we ain't got no more business in these parts. Of course, running our goody two-shoes medalers was in the contract, so I guess we still got a little work to do. Bro, you look like a St. Patrick's Day mascot. Wait, that's it? Okay, simple enough. Yeah, it wouldn't be a Mario game if it wasn't a little too easy. Wait, do y'all hear the gibberish? Wait, that's it? Just 2? I mean, I know it's the first boss in a kids game, but that was kind of underwhelming. Okay. 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 Yeah, you could interpret them one way or another, Swamp. Discount Tricks mascots, Roger Rabbit's weird cousins. Here's a weird thing. Topper, the dude in green, same voice actor as the adult hero of time. Tracy, you don't want to know. Tracy, you do not want to know. And for legal reasons, especially because, for all I know, some people in this chat are underage. I'm legally not allowed to answer that question. Okay, so there is like an opening cutscene for each mission. That's cute. Fossil Falls Galaxy, is that what we're calling it? Yeah, chat, please, nobody answer Tracy's question. Nobody. For legal reasons, nobody answer that question. How does he even know where this airship is? Ah, there's the music. Wait, can I climb this? Da, 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 da. It's the one I heard in the promos. back in the day. I think. Yeah. And apparently a currency that there's 50 of. Oh, look at the little macaws. Wait, can I possess them? Apparently not. Da, 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 da. Ow. These are cute. What are these? Would have been fun to see those in Mario, Mon. Okay, I keep seeing these little stickers of Mario. Of 8-bit Mario. What the heck is that? Is this supposed to be another collectible? Shake the Joy-Con again to perform a homing cap throw. Cap will fly towards the nearest target you can see. It's super handy when your aim is a little off. Wait, say that again? After throwing your cap, press Y again to perform a homing cap throw. Cap will fly towards the nearest target you can see. It's super handy when your aim is a little off. Okay, am I missing something? Wait, can I possess the... Hold on. Okay, that's funny. Hold on. Okay, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that I can possess a Chain Chomp, but then again, I do remember a Chain Chomp display back at E3 of 2017. Or at least it's coming back to me. I think I still have a picture, actually. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Oh, this poor Chain Chomp, I am just making him break himself to break these. You know what? It's just coins. Why fret over it? And there's the... I'm guessing those are the power stars of this game. Aw, that's cute. It's definitely giving that 3D Mario vibe, and I love it. Wait, so what now? No, it just conveniently gets knocked over. Sure. Oh gosh, who are you? Another one of the... What were they called? The Brutals? Think they made that. What the? This gibberish, man. Bro, there's even droplets on the screen? Bro, the details on this game, man. Are we sure it's from 2017? Oh, this is a ship. You think so? Alright, if you say so. I think we're gonna need a little more than just one, though. Yep. Wait, is she like, she's their leader? Really? Feels a little anticlimactic that we're fighting her this early in the game. And we got more money. And it bounces. Okay, hold on. I'm telling you, man, I will never get tired of doing that. Another life I don't need. More of that currency, which apparently I'm gonna need eventually. Okay, am I crazy, or could you... Hold on, let me detach the Joy-Cons. Okay, you actually need to shake the Joy-Cons instead of pressing Y in order to do that trick. Okay. Ooh, big Chain Chomp. Yeet, Chain Chomp. Wait, what happens if I hit the big guy? Oh. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Wait for it. And I missed. Of course I did. Wait, what happens if I just target the big one? Okay, I can possess the big one. But what was the point of the little ones then? I guess it's to break more of the structure. But do I need to? Okay. See? Okay, I knew that trick would come in handy eventually. Wait, can Cappy grab these? Okay, I need to hurry. That doesn't last forever. Ow. Okay. Nothing here. Yeah, okay. It did show me the coins, though. Or the... I don't know what these are called. These purple things. Okay, I think I need to angle it. And I missed. Do I want to commit to it? I kind of don't. I just want to get on with the game. I'll worry about 100%ing it later. Wait, hold on. Bro, I'm telling you, that hat spin is just so freaking satisfying. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, they're just gonna keep spawning and spawning, so I'm just gonna go. Wait. Hold on. Another one of those pixel ace, but it's Peach this time. Wait, there was nothing here. Wait, what happens if I break this? Yep, okay, yep. Wait, is it just a... Is this gonna do what I think it's gonna do? Hold on, let me get this first, though. Okay. Oh, we even get like an 8-bit version of the music? That's cute. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Why is this not the Switch game that goes on sale on Black Friday instead of freaking Mario Kart 8? Not to undermine the other one. I still think Mario Kart 8 is great. Very extensive, especially when you take the DLC into account, but this is a system seller so far, and we're only on the first mission. We're only on the first dungeon. Wait, what pole? This one? Oh. Isn't this kind of redundant, though? Wait, I just realized we don't have lives. No one-ups, no nothing. So what happens? What happens if I get KO'd? Oh, there she is. Oh my gosh, she's huge. Ugh. You know what? I'm not one to judge a chubby girl, guys, but she's just ugly. She is just ugly. Black Friday, yeah, Black Friday has not felt the same in a very long time. I'll tell you that much. Just because the sales are just so... Really nothing has gotten my attention as of late, in terms of sales. At least as far as the stuff that I buy. Like, say, Nintendo games. It's always just Switch on sale with the frickin'... with MK8, and that's it. Chompykins. Yep, that's about what I expected. Yep, okay, yeah. I figured that's what you had to do. Oh gosh. Yeet! Bro, how is she taking that head? That is a full ball of gold. Like, your face should be bruised like crazy. Ow. And I am just now realizing coins don't heal me. That's it? Okay. Simple enough. Hack Carol, where have I heard that name before? You know what? I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Oh, the voice of Ursula. Okay, that's where I know that name from. Rest in peace. Honestly, Sora, I wasn't even paying attention to the OST. That's a really fun detail. So now what? I'm guessing that's enough to power the ship? Uh-huh. Nah, grazie. Bro, this gibberish, man. So that was 3 moons in 1. I get the feeling there's more hidden here, though. I don't want to look around a bit. Yeah, okay. We have to anyways. Sure to pick those up. Just another coin. Oh, wait, hold on. Good to know. Hey, who are you? Oh, you actually talk. What is that secret you're seeking? I know it, haha. I can't tell you, but I'll give you a clue. Across the floating isles. It's hiding somewhere, no peeking. Go find it, Skakar. I mean, I see it, but how do I get to it? Wait, how do I dive with the hat again? I guess maybe I'm not meant to just yet. Wait. Hang on. Ah, it's just for coins. Never mind. I don't think I've been here before, though. Okay, I've definitely been there before. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like it's not just that. ZL plus Y? No, I mean, like, dive into the hat after I throw it. Oh, okay, never mind. Thank you. Thank you, Sora. ZL plus Y at the same time. Okay, good to know, good to know. Oh gosh, I'm dumb. Well, at least we know what happens when I die now. I just lose coins? Okay. You know what? We got plenty of lives to work with then. it's a nerd toad. Sure. Okay. I can just look at the map anytime I want. Okay, good. Oh. How did I not notice that earlier? Alright, there we go. Yeah, we do, but I still want to look around, man. Hold on. Yep. This was worth it. Oh gosh, I'm bad at this. I'm bad at this. I'm bad at this. I want to live. I want to live. Okay, hold on. I definitely need to get used to these mechanics. Wait, where's my hat? Oh, right, it's occupied. I'm dumb. I am very dumb. Okay, okay. I actually gotta pace myself with this. I can't just go all parkour like last time. Parkour! Steady. Can I get my hat back, please? Thank you. Okay. Wait, there was that other one earlier. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, right. I died. That's why I can't find it now. I think it was further up ahead. Okay, I will give credit. This camera work is definitely a lot better than Galaxy's. Because with Galaxy, sometimes if you're at the wrong angle, it wouldn't let you move it. Oops, I did not time it well enough. Hold on. Is that really how I meant to do it, though? Okay, hold on. Yep, okay. It's not that simple. Sometimes you really just overthink it, don't I? Yep. Remember when Nintendo kept having to correct people when they said Mario isn't possessing them, he's capturing them? By taking over their body and mind? Yeah, I don't know the difference, and I really don't care. I don't think anyone cares. Like, I guess it's more kid-friendly to word it that way, but ultimately, who cares? Like, get over yourselves, Nintendo. Get over yourselves, Iwata, Reggie, or whoever was in charge at the time. Actually, definitely not Iwata. He passed away in 2015. I want to say that's it, but hold on. Those are checkpoints. That's where I fought the lady. I forgot her name. Yeah, I guess let's just go back to the ship. Okay. Wait, the Rex? Wait, is the T-Rex here? I think I never used a hit mechanic. I might not have ever known that this existed at all. Really? Okay, it is taking Galaxy music, though. It's a pretty looking ship, though. So... Uh-huh. Oh, there's Tostarena. Okay, you guys said the T-Rex was here. I kind of want to see where I kind of want to find it first. Can I access it now, though? That's the real question. Can I just quit and stay where I left? Okay, good to know. Because I don't see him anywhere. Ugh. There you go. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, I don't want to leave until we see the freaking T-Rex, just for the fun of it. But the real question is, though, where the heck is he? Oh! I need not ask any further. Wait, what happens if I wake it up? I guess nothing's gonna wake it up. Wait, can I get on its back? I can. Alright, fun's over. Hold on. He looks so silly with the mustache. I love it. Wait, what happens if I hit the chain chomps? Yeah, they just get bopped. They just get bopped. Even the big one. Hold on. Oh my gosh, he even has Mario's pupils. I just realized. That's kind of crazy. Oh, I see a door. Hold on. Okay, you know what? This is definitely worth the backtrack. Holy crap. Okay, it might be the 5-year-old in me speaking, but this is a blast. This is a blast. I'm having a blast, guys. Wait, it's okay, fair enough. I'm sorry. I did not know it put that kind of stress on Cappy. I'm so sorry, dude. Still, though, that was crazy. Okay, I need to see this. Hold on. Wait, what time is it? I just realized it's 5:04. Okay. We're gonna wrap things up soon enough, guys, just cause I need time to edit. Ow. Okay. Another 2-bit segment. Wait, what happens if I go down? Is it just a cliff? Yep, just a cliff. What happens if I go higher, though? Okay. Probably nothing. Take your time, game. You got nowhere else to be. Take your time. I see a moon. I see another one here, though. Ow. Okay, I'm being a little too clumsy, although to be fair, I only have 3 lives. You need the T-Rex to get a star? Oh, good to know. No, wait, no, take me back, take me back. We missed one. Hold on. So, you know what, let me see. Okay, I can actually bounce off of the shells and the jumps and whatnot. Good. Am I going the right way, though? Hey, hang on, hang on, hang on. Yeah, that's what I was missing. Okay. Ow. It just stops there? Alright. Yep, there it is. We even get an 8-bit sound for the moon. That's cute. That's a fun attention to detail. Wait, what happens if I go up here, though? Okay, it's just a pipe. Never mind. Male character? Does Yoshi? I'm pretty sure Yoshi's male, so I'm gonna say Yoshi, man. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I was about to say, I almost screwed that up. Steady. Am I not allowed to run in this form? Yeah, this space is too narrow to find out, and you know what? I don't need to fret over it right now. I guess we're done here, though, but... Where do I take the T-Rex? Where do I take the T-Rex for that star, though? Is it here? Nah, probably not. Yeah, because I get the feeling the T-Rex isn't just here for the fun of it. Even though it wouldn't surprise me. Wait, have I broken down this mountainside? Look, wait! It's Captain Toad! I see you, big dog. Hold on. Hold up. Ow. That was poorly timed. Well, we got a moon. If nothing else. I don't think I've been here before. I think I would've... No, wait, no, we have. Haven't we? Wait, where does this take me then? No, we haven't. Okay, I guess this pipe just came out of nowhere. Okay, now what? Okay, more chain chomp puzzles, I guess. You just gotta angle it, I guess. Yeah, okay. Simple physics. It's like a game of pool, more or less. Okay, it definitely gets trickier though. Yep. Okay, to be fair though, Swamp, the Pikmin cameo wasn't really anything that crazy. Fox taking a good chunk of screen time though, that's definitely a little jarring. Game & Watch though, you know what, that was a lot of fun. I get the feeling a lot of casual viewers are not gonna get that, and that's the kind of Easter egg I appreciate. But let's be real, if you haven't played Smash, you probably don't know who Mr. Game & Watch is. I don't know why I'm doing this. Alright, where do I need to take the dinosaur? I'm sorry, the T-Rex. I just realized that was there for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure where to take the T-Rex if I'm being honest. You know what, screw it. Can you show me the controls again? Gotta remember that I'm on a timer. Oh gosh, turn around! Or, that works, I guess. I thought it was dead there, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I can't jump. These controls are a little janky, I'm not gonna lie, guys. So, now what? I really don't know, guys. I'm a little stumped. Does the timer reset if I... Oh, I guess it does. Other way, big guy, other way. Yeah, that really doesn't surprise me. Let me... I have no idea where to go with this, guys. I don't think it can swim. Or can it? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Give me the... That was very stupid of me. I will admit that. I will admit that wholeheartedly. Seriously, where the heck am I supposed to take it, though? Oh my gosh, how am I gonna get this timing, man? Also, let me get these first. I'm guessing I get another moon for getting all the purple coins, or whatever you want to call them. Okay. I'm guessing there's nothing through the waterfall, but... Is there anything behind that wall? Hold on. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. A whole moon. Neat. Ow. Alright, where's the T-Rex? I get the okay, you guys told me I'm gonna need it to get a moon, so I figured I may as well get it out of the way. Okay, so far I don't see a way up. Which one would I say is the worst? Probably the first Minions one. I don't know, I don't really watch a lot of them, but from what I've heard, not a single one is anything more than a 7 out of 10. Okay, good to know. Yeah, so far I don't see, wait, hold on. Okay, maybe I do see a way up, but at the same time... Wait, hold on, what's over here? Something I haven't seen before, but I don't need the dinosaur for it. I haven't hit the requirement yet? Okay, so I'm guessing I have to come back to it later. And I just realized I can teleport between checkpoints, so... Wait, what's this? Okay, but that doesn't explain this, though. Okay, maybe it does. Okay, what about this gray block on the side, though? Yeah, I guess I'm not meant to do anything with it yet. You got the moon minions cheering. I see what you did there. Okay, where's Captain Toad? He was somewhere on this side, but... Can't make out where he is exactly. I think he was somewhere on the other end. Don't quote me on it. This is where I came out of. Wait, hold on. Can I actually break these bones? Okay, I can. What happens if I break them all? Just out of curiosity. Excuse me. I'm guessing I need the other one then. Probably nothing by the looks of it. Okay, there's Captain Toad. Okay, I see him. I see him. I see him. Yeah, the detail in the water. Like, this is a very pretty game. Okay, that's how you get to him. What's up? They have the little jingle. Oh, thank you. I think we're done here for now, guys. Aw, I love the way he dances. Alright, you know what? Let's go to Tostarena. Thank goodness there's no fall damage, otherwise I would have been screwed. Wait, I just realized there's shortcuts here. Oh, wow. They're really even the shortcuts have details. Like you getting sucked in by the hat and being teleported? That's so cute. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of having fun here. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? I just realized I haven't even gone in the ship. Oh, that's right. You can change your outfit. I remember that from the promos. Oh, this is a very cozy looking ship. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Wait, how many is that now? 16. Wow. Okay. I feel like I'm definitely overdoing it, but hey. Yes, please. The Sand Kingdom. I'm allowed to say that because I'm Mexican, and it's based off of Mexico, or inspired by Mexico. Bro, you might want to get inside, bro. You might want to get inside. Okay, it's your funeral, bro. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this soundtrack is gas so far. Holy crap. Especially that leitmotif. Okay, I know y'all are seeing as the smiling mudkip, but I feel like I'm smiling just as much. Illumination, I swear to everything, if you make an Odyssey movie, you better not screw it up. You better not screw it up too. They probably will, guys, let's be real. Yeah! Looks pretty good on him. That is it. Uh-huh. Yeah. Good to know, man. I think we're good for now, though. What about it? Uh-huh. The binding band that links people forever, like a wedding ring. Interesting that you say that. Yeah, exactly. Wow. For being a desert area, the sand is actually kind of pretty. Okay. And they're green now. They change color depending on the area. I declare the Mayan voyage of the Odyssey a complete success. Yeah. Huh. That's ironic. Looks like it. Yeah, everything is freezing. You know what, guys? As much as I want to look into it, like I said, I gotta call it soon enough. So, I think we're gonna call it here, guys. Especially because I just reached a checkpoint. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for sticking around. As always, if your heart so desires, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, do what you gotta do, guys. Next video should be up hopefully next weekend, if not later than that, but it's about 23 minutes long and I've already edited about 14, guys, so it's very likely that it'll be next weekend. Can't make any promises, though, so I'll leave it at that. So with that being said, though, guys, we'll get back to some more Odyssey next Saturday, hopefully, and we'll work from there. Once again, I'm Siba signing out. Take care, guys. Bye. This is really awkward music to end it on. You know what? Hold on. Hold on. There you go. Alright, guys. Take care.